Hey, good morning or good afternoon, Jamaicans.com. How are you? It is your girl, Suzette Speaks. I'm really happy to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. I'm sitting here with this handsome gentleman that we're going to get to know today. I want you to please like, comment, and share. Do not be afraid to let us know where you're watching from. So all of y'all who are watching in England, please drop a comment. UK. What about Canada? Let us know if you're in the building. New York, Wagwan. Of course, from Jamaica, let us know if you are watching and tuning in this afternoon. And of course, here where we are in South Florida, as well as around the United States and around the world, we want to say pleasant good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. I am, again, Suzette Speaks. It's been a minute, y'all, since I've been able to come on. But we're really celebrating life, and we're really trying to hold a positive vibe today as we interview and talk with this very distinguished gentleman who you see on your screen. His name is Dr. Christopher Maylor. He is a chiropractic physician. So he's coming to us from his office. Good morning, Miss Carlene. I see you there. He's coming to us from his office in Lauderhill, Florida. And if you guys have never been to Lauderhill, Florida, it is a wonderful city where there is a large Caribbean diaspora community, including a lot of Jamaicans. I'm talking about you could get a patty and a cocoa bread on almost every corner. You are not short of cricket matches, soccer games, or football games, I should say, and any other sporting activity or cultural activity that relates to the Caribbean culture. So we're very fortunate, as this is my bro, that we grew up in a beautiful community where we could celebrate our Jamaican heritage. But without further ado, thank you. Big up, Miss Sandra. I see you watching from Florida. Big up, Miss Carlene, watching from Maine. Again, don't be afraid to drop a comment. Don't be rude. Please tell us where you're watching from, as we want to make sure we big you up. So this is a conversation, guys. So we, again, want you to comment, make sure you like, make sure you share. And we wanted to bring you some positivity as we've been watching the news. And big up UK. I see you, Miss Pauline. We wanted to just introduce you to some people who are trying to make strides, even in spite of, COVID-19. Of course, there are so many people on the front lines. We think about them today. We think about all our retail workers. We think about our doctors and our nurses. So today we are celebrating with this young doc who, although born in the United States, come from two very strong parents from Jamaica, I can attest. And he's come a long way, you guys. And I just really wanted to use him as a point of inspiration this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you are. So that, hey, good morning, Alabama. Good morning, Jersey. So you could get to know him. And again, we just want this to kind of be an easy, breezy conversation. He's going to talk a little bit of health and wellness, but I really, really want him to talk about how he was inspired to go into business for himself and how he's been able to make strides in spite of what's going on. Big up Canada, Miss Rima, good morning. So without further ado, give a warm Jamaicans.com welcome to my brother, Dr. Christopher Maylor. Yay!
Good morning, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Jamaicans.com land. Thanks for having me. And you said Lauderhill is the epicenter of little Jamaica in Florida. So I just had a patient drop off some Irish moss to me yesterday. So we have it all. We have it all here. It's like little Jamaica,
I love it. So keeping the culture, the Irish moss. Trust me, I bought mine at my Jamaican's Health and Wellness store the other day. Blending it up, baby. Soaking it and blending it in and getting this corona.
Thank you for helping me with my back pain. Here's some Irish moss. Take it home.
I love it. Barter. I love it. Barter. So we wanted just to talk to you this morning, Doc. Thank you for taking away time. Giving us some time. I know your Saturdays can be pretty busy. So we just wanted to get to know you. And again, your experience as a Jamaican-American or Jamaican, however you want to put it. So tell us how you grew up for those who don't know you.
I grew up in Lauderdale Lakes, Florida, which is the home of little Jamaica. We had an island grill. We had a first Jamaican mayor in the state of Florida. And I grew up just embracing my culture. Yes, I was born in America, but I believe wholeheartedly that I am Jamaican. I go down to Jamaica at least 4 times a year. Shout out to Spanish Court, Kingston, best hotel ever. And I think that our community and our diaspora is very strong, and we encourage everyone to just stick together and to keep growing. I'm a part of a number of Jamaican communities and groups, and I just love the culture. I just love everything. And our people are so happy and so vibrant, and we excel in foreign, right? We excel and we go out and we live our dreams. So just
Yeah.
happy to be part of the culture.
As they say, if you hear it, a Jamaican gotta be in it. First of all, not to digress too much, I want to big up my sister, Lady Kamala Harris. As you guys have heard, and celebrating all over the internet. The internet broke. Can you believe in 24 hours, the Democrats were able to raise over $40 million after they introduced this woman who also is from Jamaican heritage. Her dad is from Jamaica, from our neck of the woods, Chris, from St. Anne as well. Big up St. Anne.
Big up St. Anne's and big up Kingston, Greenwich Farm.
Greenwich Farm every time.
Yeah.
So we are celebrating a lot of recognition, as we always have been in the recent years, with, of course, our athletes and getting into everything. So it's a beautiful thing to see a person who, like yourself, who has chosen the medical field. So tell us how you got interested in chiropractic. Was it something that you always loved, or how did you get interested in becoming a chiropractor?
I come from a family full of nurses, right? So all of my aunts, my mother was a RN that worked in the OR, in the hearts department, doing heart surgery. She started off in eyes, doing eye surgery. All of my aunts was really into the healthcare field. And I knew from an early age that I wanted to be into the healthcare field in some form. And so I went and did my due diligence, and I ended up falling in love with chiropractic. And one of my mentors, who was also a Jamaican, a KC old boy, Dr. Golson, Fidel Golson Sr., took me under his wings, and he just kind of showed me the beautiful side of chiropractic, the naturopathic way to help heal and get people out of pain, as well as the entrepreneurial side of things, where you can own your own business, you become your own boss, grow a practice, have multiple practices if you want to. So just been a beautiful ride. I knew I wanted to work with athletes in some capacity, and I've been able to do so through chiropractic care as well. So I'm just enjoying being a chiropractor. It's a growing community. It's a lot of fun, and growing business as well.
Awesome. So Doc, I know people don't just take up themselves and start business. So how long have you so you got mentorship from Dr. Fidel Golson, rest in peace. What a wonderful man.
KC, big old KC. I know if anybody
big old KC, old boy them, yeah, of course, every time. So I want to talk a little bit about how you decide, and a little bit of nuts and bolts when it comes to am I ready to own a business? And even if you think people can be doing this during this COVID time, because of course, things have changed with how people are going out and how they feel comfortable with going out and seeing a doctor. So when you started out, tell us what it was like for you.
For me personally, just seeing my parents as the hard worker parents as they are. My mother was a nurse, my father was an electrician, and just having that Jamaican culture, that background of just like perseverance, get up and go work no matter what time it is, strive, just pushed me to become an entrepreneur, really. I'm what you call a serial entrepreneur. When I was in college, I was cutting people hair for $5 in the dorm room, and then it went from that to becoming a event planner and throwing in different events, and even getting to a part of Best of the Best, one of the biggest Caribbean.
Let's talk about it for real, Doc. Throwing parties, some good Caribbean parties up in Tallahassee when you was in Tallahassee.
I'm going to tell my kids I was an event planner. How about
that? Tell the truth. All right.
Some all-inclusive parties, those type of things. A lot of reggae artists came through. A lot of DJs, reggae DJs, dancehall DJs came through. Elephant Man, Buju. We had quite a few come in Tallahassee through our business. So it was fun times. And then it's funny, a lot of people think that every experience sometimes is not the greatest experience, and I don't think like that, because my experiences that I've gotten through all the other businesses that I've done helped me grow my chiropractic business. And so I decided that I wanted to open up my own office and help my community become healthy and well. And I reach back and use most of the experiences that I've gotten from other businesses to help me push my information and push my my purpose in life to become a chiropractor and bring wellness to my community.
So cool. So we went from
Mhm.
college interests, both in and outside the classroom,
Correct.
and then turned that into going to chiropractic school. So
Correct.
how long is chiropractic school? For those who might be considering or thinking about chiropractic medicine, just explain what it is for us and how it was to apply and get into school.
Okay, chiropractic medicine is just like a medical doctor or MD doctor. You have to go 4 years of undergraduate, which I went to Florida State, the Florida State University in Tallahassee, FSU, go Noles. And I also went to Life
All right,
University.
Gators in the building. Hold up. All right, Gators in the building. But go ahead, continue, please.
I also went to Life University, which is a private chiropractic college, which is another 4 years. So in total, my education was about 8 years plus maybe a year and a half with internships and work experience. So it took about 9 years to get started. And straight out of school, I actually went into the workforce and I worked for a chiropractor and actually opened up a partnership straight out of school. So it's one of those professions that people say it takes long, 8 years, but it's worth the investment. I always say education is always worth the time and the investment.
Absolutely. They can never take that from you. So you went to Life University, which is in Atlanta,
Yeah,
and you decided to,
Marietta, Georgia.
excuse me, Marietta, Georgia. So you decide to come back to South Florida. So a lot of people, when they leave and they go away to school and, decide to, spread their wings, they don't necessarily come back to their hometown. Why was it important for you to come back?
My mentor, he gave me an opportunity to work side by side with him. And Dr. Fidel Gosen Sr. is I would say a savant, a genius within the chiropractic field and within business. And so I couldn't pass up that opportunity to work side by side with someone like that. I learned so much from bedside manner to marketing to finances to what to do after you become successful and develop into a great businessman. So I just had to jump on the opportunity. It was unfortunately it was short-lived, but it was one of the best 8 months of my career being able to work with him. Then I fell in love with the opportunity to be back into a Caribbean culture society because Marietta is not as Caribbean
diverse. Up in Georgia, Marietta, yes.
There's a lot of Jamaicans in Georgia, but
yeah, of course.
On the east side. Shout out to Stone Mountain. Anybody?
Stone Mountain. That's in Atlanta as well.
Yeah,
Conyers too.
People in Atlanta, but mostly on the east side of Georgia. So, and Marietta's on the west side. So it was just great being back into my community where I can, like you said, go and grab a cocoa bed and patty and those type of things. And then I saw
good box food.
And then I saw a need. I saw a need for young entrepreneurs, someone to take up the torch, as if you will, of just leading the cause for like younger business people to become successful in the community. Because yes, we had our mainstay, our 1170s, our older, more mature population did their thing when they first migrated over, but we were missing the second wave, the second generation of immigrant male or female Jamaicans to kind of just put a stamp on the community. So I decided I wanted to launch out.
Absolutely. So again, that next generation, our parents have done very well in trying to push us. So it's up to us now to don the mantle and keep it going. So tell us about how long you've been in business, Doc.
I've currently been practicing for about, time flies, 10 years or so. In business for myself for the last 3 years. I opened the doors 3 years ago. No patience, just hope and a dream and a plan, right? And I've been blessed. Every day I've been open, I've had patience. I've had patience in the first day I was open, even when I was not ready. I was like, wait. I only have a table here, and the paint needs to change, the carpet needs to fix. And she said, "No, man, I just come to support." So it's been a blessed and great ride, I must say.
I'm so happy. So tell us about that process for those who are thinking about stepping out into business for themselves. What is that like? What were some of the considerations you made You said you opened before you was ready. Tell us more about the considerations that you made in preparation for that big move.
If you, it's a loaded question, because if you ask me, I want to know why you want to do or become or open, why you want to open or become or do. The why is more important than the what. So I knew I wanted to change my family's legacy. I wanted to create a name for the Maylors. I know I wanted to be able to support a family long term, and I had the engine in chiropractic care to do that. And then I also wanted to make sure that I gave good care to my community and bring health and wellness to the forefront. And fast forward 3 years later, all we could talk about is health and wellness with this pandemic going on. So it was just one of those things where I wanted to make sure that I kept my overhead low. I had a plan of how I wanted to market, but I had to put it in place and had to overcome the fear of opening up on my own.
I think that's a big part of it, Doc. So you knowing that you wanted this, but sometimes you get afraid and you talk yourself out of doing the very thing, as you call it, your purpose, your calling, and you say to yourself, I'm not ready, or, this is probably easier for somebody else, or maybe somebody else will do better at it. But how did you walk yourself through that mindset shift, where you're pushing back from the fear and you're pushing back from things that are telling you, no, it's COVID time. No. There's too many chiropractors, or what have you, no one like me, younger, of Caribbean heritage right now, is out there. How do you talk to yourself, or what is that inner narrative going on inside you? Like, how do you push past that?
First and foremost, I had to lean on God and my faith. And once I decided, I would say, put a line across the sand, I decided that I need to cross the other side. I started to study, and I started to study and to seek knowledge of like other people that have been successful in many different fields. So I started reading a lot of books. I read Shoe Dog, which is a document. It's a biography story about the Nike Phil Knight. I seeked information from Eric Thomas, was like a hip hop motivational speaker, and I just started studying of what successful people do, and I realized that I wasn't doing a lot of the things that most successful people do. Success in the term of what you deem successful, and
give us some example. What do you mean you wasn't doing what successful people do?
Following through, keeping your word, pushing forward, problem solving, accountability, taking my blessings and my what I was given by my family for granted, not putting it to use. A lot of things. I could give a lot of pointers. One of the things is waking up early, and just maximizing your time. Most successful people wake up around 5:30 a.m. every day, and they set a routine, and now there's studies saying that, okay, yeah, some people want to sleep in more, but if you look at the majority, most wake up early before everyone else is sleeping to get just the productivity throughout the day. So I changed a lot of things that I was doing wrong in my life before even opening up my own practice.
And I know you also are a big believer in physical health. As a chiropractor, I know you ride your bike every morning, and tell us about that. What kind of changes did you make for your own self, not only as a practitioner, but in your own personal life when it comes to health and wellness?
So when you start in a business, or in general, in anything you want to do, you have to have the energy to keep up with the demands of day-to-day life. And that number one thing is to take care of your body. So I actually ended up losing about 25 pounds, 25 to 30 pounds, just maintaining a healthy diet and just exercising and keeping my head clear. Because with exercise, you get a chance to think and you decrease your stress levels. So for me personally, I have a demanding job as a chiropractor. I'm always stretching. I'm always picking up legs and twisting and turning. And at the height, before the pandemic, we were seeing about 45 people a day.
Wow.
So I have to stay physically fit
Fit.
to, to give the quality care that I want to give to my patients. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you mentioned a pandemic, Doc. How has that been for business? Because a lot of businesses have been struggling. Some have not survived even.
Mm-hmm.
But people still want to work, but they're very afraid to come out. Have you had to make adjustments to how you operate, and what has the impact of COVID-19 been on your business?
COVID-19 has been a very interesting time, I would say. For me personally, business wise, we never closed. We stayed open through the height of the numbers and the pandemic. And the reason being is because chiropractors are essential workers. So we were mandated by the state of Florida to just maintain safe and effective environments for our patients and our staff. We temperature check. I even bought a disinfectant sprayer that I do myself every day. But I wanted to make sure that I stayed the course. And a lot of business is surviving the ups and downs. And I spoke to a couple of my other entrepreneurial friends or my counterparts, and I just said, look, I'm not going out without a fight. So if I have to stay here myself, and some days I was here by myself, I'm going to stay open just because I want to keep this momentum going in a safe environment, right? In a safe way. I also believe that the pandemic is going to be a chance for people to embrace change. Because if you're not changing and you're not growing, you're dying, right? And the only thing that's constant in this world is change. So business-wise, I encourage anyone to redirect. You may have done it one way, which we used to see 45 people a day and have the front of our
Pack up.
plays kind of, now we can't do that. Now we have to get we have mostly Caribbean based patient, and so now we have to get you guys to stay on time and follow your appointment.
Show up for your appointment on time.
So we can make sure we have the correct social distancing and limit the people in the office at one time and keep everyone safe. But that's been an adjustment, right? Because go from Dr. Maylor, come when you want. I'm playing Bob Marley in the background. I'm playing some Barris Hammond in the background. Just walk in and you could have a seat. You'll be seen shortly to, hey, call us when you need an appointment. Please come on time. When you come in, please have on a mask. We have to check your temperature. We have to make sure you use the sanitization to sanitize your hands before you come and go. So there's different ways, but with this pandemic, we have to adapt. And a lot about entrepreneurialism is problem solving, right? Are we going to lay down? Are we going to cry and say, hey, look, man, why me? Or are we going to change and we're going to change for the better, right? And what I've noticed too with some of my colleagues is that most people are changing for the better, and the way you used to do things maybe wasn't the best way to do things. For me, I used to have an open door policy. I still do, but now I set more appointments, right? And what does that do? It actually allows for better flow in my office. Now my patients have more time one-on-one. We always had time one-on-one, but now it's just a scheduled time one-on-one, right? So I always encourage that this pandemic, it's not going to get us down. Life goes on. Yes, we want to stay healthy. Yes, we protect our family. Yes, we follow the rules and guidelines of any, regulations of the mask and all that stuff. But we have to push forward and we have to survive, and we cannot let our businesses just collapse. So I've encouraged some of the entrepreneurs around me to go online. Yeah, you used to sell in the store, now you can sell online and make more profit. Or yes, you used to DJ, but now you have to do private events, right? It's whatever it may be.
Instagram DJ party be the
right?
best. Yes.
Yeah. Like we started earlier, and my online froze, and I'm like, man, Jamaica had Beanie Man versus Bounty, and they had better internet than me here in Fort Lauderdale. So
I love it, Doc. And I want to big up one Facebook viewer, Arthur Dunk. Thank you, Mr. Dunk. I'm reading your comments live now. It says, congratulations, Doc. I met you years ago at Fidel Golson's Back to School. Keep up the good work. Blessings and peace from Caribbean Bone Marrow Registry. Big up yourself, Mr. Arthur Dunk. Thank you, guys. And
How
don't
you
drop a comment.
doing?
Yeah, man. We want to hear from you. And we know, this is a very, very close-knit community here in South Florida, especially among the Caribbean diaspora. People know people. So I'm sure you have crossed paths with a lot of folks in what you're doing. So Doc, I know you talked about a little bit about the precautions you've been taking in your office. I've seen you on Instagram, fumigating the air and all of that. Is it safe to come for a chiropractic visit?
Absolutely. We limit the number of patients in the office at one time. We disinfect everything from the pads. We change out pads to the knobs, the door. I don't play. We disinfect between patients, per patient. And we also fumigate, and we mist all our beds, all our walls, the computers that we use, the phones that we use. And we make sure it's a safe environment. And like I said, we never close. We never close one day. I take that personal. I take that responsibility. And we never furloughed any of our workers.
Wow.
I kept every single one of my staff employed during the pandemic. And that was more important to me, just to show continuity in community and that we're bigger than this than to just, tuck and run. So we make sure that our office is safe, and we do our the best that we can. We do the best that we can to keep everyone safe, including myself.
Awesome. So Doc, I know you have you're a businessman first. So I thank you for sharing your testimony. Obviously, I'm sure within that story, there were a lot of ups and downs where you don't have everything figured out. So I think, tell me something that you've learned along this journey that you didn't know when you started. And now
I don't know if I would say I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I know that fact that if you give good, you get good.
Yeah.
And you should always, in any business that you do, give more than what you are paid to do. So and my patients could attest. I go above and beyond, and hopefully everyone could pay, and hopefully everyone could pay the service, but it doesn't matter. If you come on in, if your knee hurting, your back hurting, and if your shoulder hurting, I'm going to do all three, even though you came in for your knee, your back. It's just, I always give back to the community now, and God has blessed me in return, and not because you're doing it to get in return, but I think that especially with today's climate in our community in America, with some certain issues, that being a good human being has become
rare
because people are trying to go viral or make a stance and those things. Just be a good human. Just do good. Right. If you see someone that needs help them. Why not? If you have the means, right? Or if you have the ability. So I have entrepreneurs call me all the time. I give them all my secrets, my trade secrets, right? Because I want the community to grow. I want you to be successful as much as I want to be successful. And I think that's just a hidden gem that people overlook because of the competition and, the strive and me, and, I'm better than you. And no,
America make people hard, make people hard.
I don't know if it's a competition thing in the water, because people like even for selling on the internet, man, the internet's so big. So if you're selling and you're doing good, show the other guy how to sell.
Right. People hide sometimes the secret or how they do it and think that, this is my slice of the pie and you can't have my slice. No, man, you can't operate like that. As you're saying, as you deposit into people, it comes back to you. As you give, that Bible tell you that.
My mom, who comes in the office once a week because she's retired now, she always says that my grandfather in St. Anne, Jamaica, used to give away dinner. And, my grandmother used to get mad. And he said, "Pa, he walked past the gate, he asked for a slice of bread, and we have the bread, give him the bread, So
I
think it's in my blood to just give. Why not, And that's what we miss, because I always refer back to St. Anne's. When you're in the country and you have somebody might have the cow, somebody might have the callaloo, somebody might have the yam, and then you put together, you splice it up, and then you keep it moving,
Yeah, here go my breadfruit, I'll take some of your cabbage, all that kind of barter. Yeah, Yeah, it was
So
a
it's
community
more of a
mindset.
community. It was more
Yeah.
of a community, and even as Jamaicans, as we spread across the world, we kind of sometimes lose that community environment where, hey man, come over. I have the milk that you need, or you can borrow my honey or my sugar or whatever it may be.
Come let me show you.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, yeah,
Correct.
yeah. It's super important. So I know you have a couple things rolling out, Doc, a new product or two. I
Mhm.
do want to get to that because I do think that people would benefit from that. But before we do, can you give me success story? I know you have treated patients from near and from far, all kinds
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
accidents, all kinds of. I know everything has to be in confidentiality, so don't drop any names. But
Mhm.
a lot of people who have not been to the chiropractor are
Mhm.
sometimes skeptical and don't quite know what to expect and how effective this type of treatment can be for your body.
Mhm.
Big up. I have to read the Facebook chat. It says from D. Lee Raymond says, we all expect good service. So any variation has to be poor service or great service. Thanks for choosing to be great. Big up yourself, D. Lee. And Maxine said, she was born in Inverness, St. Anne. Big up Inverness. Guess what? Our people
All
are
right.
from York Castle.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Yeah. Castle.
family all throughout Drumilly,
Mhm.
Brownstone. Hey,
Mhm.
big up yourselves, everybody.
Yeah.
All Jamaicans anyway, everywhere. But a special shout out to those watching from Say and Jamaica, for where our family is as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was asking you, Doc, tell us more about how you have seen, and I know you believe in this um, modality of healing,
Mhm.
this work in the lives of your patients. Can you give us a success story?
I have a few, and coming into this chiropractic profession, you always say that you want to work with athletes. I actually grew up watching the Reggae Boys making the World Cup and those things, and I was able to take care of one of the top goal scorers and Reggae Boy or Jamaican soccer team or football team, you would say, without saying the name as well. I also have a young man that I used to take care of from eighth grade, and he was a track runner, and I'm able to say his name because I know him very well. And Damian Thomas just competed for Jamaica in the Junior Olympics in Poland, and he came in first place in the 110 hurdles. And when this guy came to see me, this young man came and saw me, he had what we call a dead leg. He used to drag his left leg behind him, and now he's going over hurdles, and he's at LSU right now, and he's one of the top ranked freshmen in 110 hurdles at LSU. I've also had patients who just suffer from chronic migraines that they come and see me and they stay on the care plan and they get adjusted and they follow the therapy and they don't suffer from migraines anymore and back pain and those type of things. So it's just an awesome profession to see people heal and adapt. I believe that the spinal cord houses the spinal cord. The spinal canal houses the spinal cord, and if you allow it to function correctly, the nerves takes over the body, and the body's self healing. God gave us the ability to heal, and so I just couldn't go in, and people think of me as a spine doctor, but I think of myself as a nervous system doctor. To make sure the nervous system is working correctly. It's just been an amazing ride. Just being able to just see patients and give the type of care that I wanted to give to the community because our Caribbean community is underserved. A lot of times we are being used. You go to different professionals and different doctors, and they just see us as like the insurance that we walk in with, or just maybe a meal ticket, or not even give us the respect that we deserve. And I wanted to just make sure that I brought that to my community and to my patients.
I think that's excellent, Doc, and I applaud you for those sentiments because again, nobody really hears sometimes the care for which a physician like yourself has deeply for his patients, and to hear that you would be able to help somebody go from dead leg to hurdler is
Mhm.
amazing. God is good.
He was
Um,
getting ready to compete in the Olympics, so you never
mm,
know. Hopefully, Olympics is on. Um,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
big time, big time.
So I want to ask you, I know you are, of course, about patient care primarily, and I know People can make an appointment, come see you anytime, open door. But I know there is a wonderful product that you have just started pushing. So it's not a sales pitch, Doc, but I want to tell the people about this product because I've used it. I have 3 bottles I've gone through already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. When your girl Suzette Speaks get into her exercise mode, sometimes I overdo it. Sometimes I need a little rubbed on. So tell us about one of your newest ventures and how it's been helping your patients.
So I brought Core Health Muscle Rub to the market about a year now, and I've been using it in-house mostly, and I wanted to just make sure that it was something that my patients use and love. And I was looking for a product to use in between chiropractic care because I love you, but I don't want you to live in my office, right? And so you come and get adjusted, and if you have any aches and pains, you can use this topical cream, this muscle rub in between services. And I've sold over 150 bottles just in a short period of time. So I said, you know what? This is too good to just keep just for my patients, as selfish as that may seem. So I wanted to bring this to the world, and we're able to buy this now on shopcorehealth.com. Shopcorehealth.com, and you could use it on any aches and pains, any bursitis that you may have, any sciatic pain going down the legs that you may have, achy knees, meniscus issues. You can apply at night or during the day, and it helps to soothe the pain away. It's natural, paraben free, eucalyptus and peppermint oil based, and it's just something that I wanted to bring to the community. It's Black owned, Caribbean owned, and it helps to enhance just your mobility and soothe any kind of sore muscles that you may have.
I love it, and I like the fact that you came up with the formula yourself. That's crazy. Yeah. So you found a factory to make it just as you wanted to.
Yes. So it's been a great. Everyone loves it. Everyone comes, and I had one patient. She bought 4 of them when she was flying down to Jamaica because she had an aunt that she wanted to give a bottle to. Her mom had to get 2 bottles. I just had another patient. She was trapped here during the pandemic, and so she was on the fly list. So as soon as it opened back up, Jamaica opened back her borders, she bought 3 to bring down with her. She's like, no, I'm gonna have to bring down 3 to Jamaica. So
let me tell you.
So it's been a fun ride just to see that people enjoy this product and that it's useful and that it helps you with your pain.
What's the website?
Shopcorehealth.
Corehealth.com because you have Miss Sharon here says, tell us the website to purchase the product. Miss Pauline Hogg, McKee, can I get that here in England? We'll sort you. We'll sort you out.
Right now, I'm gonna see how we could get it to England because people have been asking.
No, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I tend to when I'm in my exercise zone, I work out 5 days a week, 6 days a week, hard. And you only really need 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but I go like an hour and 15, which is terrible. But my muscles get locked up as a result. As you get older, I was like, oh, my hip, can't do the dance hall exercise like I used to. But I had to rub up myself, and trust me, the tingling, and by the morning, my muscles unlocked, like they loosened back up. And I was able to have that free range of motion again, and it was such a relief. So, Doc, I know it works personally. Every time I'm over there, I'm like, yo, Doc, run a bottle of the muscle rub.
I think the last time you came in, it was right after the Bounty versus Beanie versus.
If you guys watch Bounty Man versus Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer on the Versus competition, one of the most viral, concerts during COVID-19. Trust me, I was jamming. I was dancing up myself, and then I had to go get muscle rub right after.
Correct, man. If you wanted to know if Caribbean and Jamaican culture was still mainstay and still just vibrant across the world, well, that answered it, right?
Absolutely. One of the highest watched.
It was a very proud moment for me, and I actually was speaking to a lot of my patients and age groups ranging from 9, 10, all the way up to 80 was watching, you know what I mean? So I had patients that I didn't even think would watch that. It was like, Doc, did you catch it? Wasn't it nice to just see Beanie Man belly and where?
Did you guys jump or comment, please? If you know what we're talking about, if you watch Beanie Man versus Bone to Killer on the Instagram Live when
I thought it was a win-win for our culture.
Absolutely, head to head about a month ago. If you haven't seen it, go on YouTube, go on Instagram, look up versus VERZUZ TV. But it was such a wonderful, like you said, proud moment for our culture yet again. For people to be able to see us in kind of just our sweet spot, music, and other parts of the culture that has, like you said, gone global and have influenced all genres of music and people around this world. So most definitely, Doc. So one more, Maxine said, I'm sorry, what is the name of it? Can you tell us the name of the rub?
Core Health Muscle Rub from our Core Health Muscle Rub from our Core Health Essentials line. This is the first for many. I'm working on another one, and just from demand, and I don't want to speak on it too much right now, but it's definitely something that you want to. Can I get my hand straight? There it is.
Yeah, let me make you big. Yeah, man, see there? Entrepreneur at heart. Yes, he has patience, but he has something that you can take home with you to make sure you keep that balance of health and wellness in your life. Core Health Muscle Rub, Core Health Essentials line, shop corehealth.com. I love it, Doc. So if people want to make an appointment to come see you, how can they find you and where can they find you on the web?
They can find me online on corehealthspine.com. You can find me on Facebook as Core Health Chiropractic and on Instagram as Core Health Chiropractic, or on Instagram is on my personal page on Dr. Maylor. If you're local to Fort Lauderdale area and you want to call in for an appointment, it's 954-636-8414. That's 954-636-8414. Guys, just want to say thank you for having me on Jamaicans.com. And I just remember that your health is your wealth. Take into consideration everything you could do to keep your immune system boosted during this time, during this pandemic. We didn't really go into immune system boost, but Core Health Chiropractic and chiropractic adjustments help boost your immune system and decrease your stress levels. And that will help you stay healthy over time. Stay hydrated, increase your vitamin C, increase your zinc, please. Zinc is a natural immune booster as well, and echinacea. So I just always tell my patients, they come in, they have a little sniffles. Hey, how much water are you drinking? You get your vitamin C, you get your zinc, and you get your sleep, because you're already getting adjusted. So you're doing all the things you can to keep your immune system going.
Amen. And we need that. Thank you. This was an interview with Dr. Christopher Maylor from Core Health Chiropractic. Please visit him online, like his page, big him up, even get a muscle rub if you need it. And thank you again for spending a Saturday with us. Please do like, comment, and share. So we're signing off now. It's your girl, Suzette Speaks. I'll be seeing a lot more of them. So thank you for the love. Appreciate you, Doc.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you next Saturday. Take care, guys. All the best. All right. Bye-bye.